And welcome or welcome back. My name is V, and today we're watching something that I think it's very close to home for a lot of us. This is a video by a YouTuber, Final Bout, and they made a video called 5 Reasons Why I Stopped Playing FF14 for WoW. Now, I feel like I'm in a very unique position right now where I can watch this video objectively, as currently I am playing both Final Fantasy XIV and World of Warcraft, and I'm able to kind of sort of compare them and see if there is any objective truth to what people are saying about one or the other. Overall, I'm enjoying both games in their own ways, but there are times when I don't want to play either one of them. So I'm very curious about this video. Do check out the channel. I will link the original video in the description as well. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and let me know in the comments which you're playing right now, if either, and why. Now let's watch.
This one might get me flame broiled in a comment section, but here we go. I used to be super into Final.
I'm just gonna stop here, and I'm throwing no shade on YouTubers whatsoever because we've already been here, but I really do care about what this person has to say. But this is something that we all, for better or for worse, do when we start with our YouTube channel. We decide to start these videos in unconventional ways, thinking that it will attract attention, and this is something that I personally dislike. I think it's okay to say that, but when someone starts a video with you know, it's like, yes, I'm here, I'm listening to the video. It's supposed to be constructive feedback. I know it sounds, coming from me, it sounds like I'm, you know, throwing shade on it or something like that, but I really think that as the people who are speaking to others, we should already consider that someone already has clicked on us, our video and wants to hear what we have to say. So, you know, we should start talking and, you know, get to the point. But that's neither here nor there. Let's listen to it.
Fantasy 14. Like, I lived in that game. Glams, MSQ, roulettes, you name it. And now I'm back in World of Warcraft. Yeah, that one. Trust me, I didn't expect it either.
1. The combat fell off.
Let's just get this out of the way. FF14 combat, it doesn't hit like it used to. They stripped so much away, it feels like they robbed the identity from most jobs. Everything's a 1-2-3 combo with a fancy coat of paint slapped on it. Different job names, different effects, but they all kind of feel the same now.
Just speaking from, I guess, one content creator and video editor to another, I understand that it's easier to edit the video in such a way that, you know, that you put only one game into the video, but I do wish there was a little bit of FF14 as a comparison as well, because at the end of the day, that's what drew me to the video, so that we can, you know, talk about both.
And that makes this huge, beautiful world feel empty. Like, sure, the zones are stunning and the music slaps, but what's the point if there's nothing worthwhile to fight in them? Can't even go back to a zone from an old expansion and get into anything exciting. No world bosses, no reactive events, just some fates and maybe a hunt if you're lucky. Imagine if they gave us a real reason to explore. Weather changing the environment and making use of the weather forecast system maybe opens up a place with treasure.
This is something that is widely used in FF14, for example, for fishing. You can still go and fish, and weather forecasts will definitely affect fishing, so I slightly disagree on that a little bit. I do agree that there are no exciting events in the FF14 zones, but FF14 has a system where you can queue for a dungeon that is a part of your daily roulette and still queue into an old dungeon that you did at level, I don't know, 16 MSQ or whatever, and still experience it as if you were level 16 because of the level syncing, which World of Warcraft doesn't have. You can't just easily sync into an old dungeon, and most of the leveling is done within the current expansion, and you only get to experience those.
Like a fate chain that builds a town, spawns a boss on an 8-hour timer, something unpredictable. Working with everyone in the zone to achieve something for everyone. Something worth logging in after work for. Right now, nah, it's boring. Healers, don't even get me started. At least in WoW, even with the recent pruning, classes still feel different because of the spec system. Would I love to see something like that in Final Fantasy? Absolutely. Will Yoshi P ever do it? Doubt it. But I'd like to be proven wrong. 2. The endgame is tired. When they dropped the Crescent Occult thing, I thought, okay, finally, something new. But the second I started playing it, I remembered why I was falling out of love with this game. It's just old systems, recycled. Phantom jobs sounded cool on paper, but where's the creativity? Where's the spark? This can't be the best they've got. And honestly, maybe it is. Savage raids are fine, but good luck finding a PF that actually does content consistently. I spend more time building PF groups than I do actually progging. FF14 needs something like Mythic Plus, something you can...
FF14 also needs a system where once you queue for one thing, you can also queue for other things as well. This is something that exists in World of Warcraft. You can be queued up to, let's say, 5 dungeons or 5 raids or whatever, and there's a chance for you to pop into any one of them. In Final Fantasy XIV, when you queue for one thing, you have to stay in queue for that one thing, and you're banned from everything else, including solo duties, which in my opinion should be just like quests, and once you get the dungeon queue, you can do them. This can actively stop you from progressing in the MSQ or even some other quests where solo duties are important, and that really sucks.
Push again and again with friends. Variant and Criterion dungeons had potential, but they abandoned the idea way too fast. If they added scaling difficulty and actual rewards, that would have been fire. And crafting? It's alright. The Moon event was a joke. Over in a weekend. The new dungeons? Same formula every time. No surprises, no creativity. It's like
I do think that they have a somewhat successful formula, but they should change things up from time to time. This has become a meme in every single reaction to a new dungeon or a new trial that I do. Basically, every single boss, I know that I can reprisal comfortably as a tank in the first 5 seconds, because within the first 10 seconds there will be an AoE. It's just a widely known fact. Why every boss has to work in the exact same way, I don't know, but it is tiring. Especially as a tank, I know exactly that I can pull one pack and that there will be another after that, and if I'm well geared enough, I can pull everything until the first boss, and I can do the same with the second and the third. I know the dungeon layout before I go into the dungeon, and that is not exciting.
Stop trying. 3. The community isn't what they think it is. Now, here's one that's going to make some people mad. Both FFF14 and WoW are toxic. Sorry. I've played both for years, I've seen it firsthand. FFF14 players just hide it better. WoW players are openly toxic, they'll flame you to your face. FFF14 players, passive aggressive as hell. Say you're going back to WoW, and watch how fast your FC turns on you. I've seen people get treated differently just for mentioning the other game. That's not community spirit, that's insecurity. At the end of the day, both games have good people. Both have trolls. It's like real life. It's a mix. But the delusion that one is pure and the other's toxic, get real.
4. The devs feel out of touch. I don't like calling people out by name, but Yoshi P and the devs, they feel like cowards right now. Driven by profit, stuck in their safe little box. Stop dumbing the game down. Respect your players' time and intelligence. You're not making a game for toddlers. We want content that's fun, dynamic, worth logging in for, not hand-holding, not checklists, not this endless loop of glam grinds and dungeon roulette. Take some damn risks. Let the game grow with your audience. We're not 18 anymore. We've got jobs, bills, and less time. Reward us for playing your game instead of babysitting us.
5. I just want to play the game. I don't want to join a PF.
This is another bit of feedback, and I'm very shameless about giving feedback where I think feedback is due when it comes to editing videos. I really wish this was a text on screen as well, because we can all pause and discuss it. And I know that this person didn't make a video so that it can be reacted to, and I know I'm dissecting it to no end, and obviously nobody's, including my videos, are perfect, but I'm just saying this as a constructive bit of criticism to pretty much anyone who makes content. It would be much easier to be reminded of what the point was even when the conversation starts.
Just to find out it's for ERP or some catgirl nightclub. I don't want to filter through RP posts when all I'm trying to do is play. With WoW, I log in, I queue up, I wreck things. Simple, clean, satisfying. The dungeons feel different, the layout actually changes, the combat feels better, and when I want to chill solo, delves are right there. I don't need a statically arranged group to go grind something that feels meaningful. I can just go. That's what I want in an MMO. Not filler, not fluff, just fun.
Now, don't get me wrong, FF14 is still amazing. It's beautiful, it's wholesome, it's deep. But right now,
90% of the beautiful, wholesome, amazing content is the content that we saw in the past, unfortunately.
just want a game. WoW lets me do that. If you've made the switch, or you're thinking about it, drop a comment. Let's talk. No flame wars, no drama, just real gamer opinions.
I think the video was really good,
All right,
and
so-
I think that he made some really good points. Like I said, I had a few things to say about the video itself, and maybe there's no FF14 footage for just a little bit of comparison because they don't play FF14 anymore, and there's just no recent footage, which is fine. But at the same time, I think that the both games have their pros and cons at the moment. I think that MMORPGs in general are in a crisis, and if you would like me to make a video about that, I actually have a lot of things to say. Let me know in the comments, and I will happily do so, because I think that this is a conversation that needs to be had. I agree with a lot of these points. I don't think that World of Warcraft is perfect by any means. Both games have their pros and cons, and that they are starting to be made for different people as well. I'm not an apologist for World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy, and I used to be an apologist for both at some point during my life, but at some point we all grow up and we stop praising things that shouldn't be praised, and just falsely glorifying it, which admittedly is sometimes true in the FF14 community, and we also stop being toxic towards others as well, and at some point we just decide to play the games because they're fun, and if they're not fun, we don't play them at all. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet and you enjoy MMORPGs. Leave a like on the video, and I'll see you next time. Take care and bye bye.